Hey everybody, I'm going to be making some nut butters, so I wanted to pop on quick so I can show you how fabulous this is. It's actually a super seed butter. I can't eat peanuts, so I have to find another way to get some kind of nut butter. I love peanut butter, but I can't eat it. So Pampered Chef has a recipe for our deluxe cooking blender that is called super seed butter. So what it is, it has 5 different types of nuts in it. So it has cashews, it has almonds, which are over here. It has pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, and flax seeds. And I'm going to be putting them all together in our awesome blender. As you guys know, this is my favorite piece ever. Even with the new multi-cooker, this is still my favorite product in the entire catalog. I love this thing. And I'm going to add a little bit of oil, some salt, and some cinnamon. Now this is our Cinnamon Plus. Unfortunately, it's only available in December, so unfortunately you can't get it now, but this is amazing. When it comes back, you guys really need to grab some of this. It is delicious. It's absolutely delicious. So this, as you know, is our deluxe cooking blender. Bertha, she works really hard, and she is going to make nut butter for me today. Now it's going to get a little loud and I apologize, but we're going to be grinding up a lot of nuts. So we're going to use the grind setting on the machine, and Pampered Chef has the instructions written out, so you follow the additions across. So the first thing I'm going to put in is oil, then I'm going to add the salt and the cinnamon, and then I'm going to add the nuts in the order that they are here. So the almonds and the cashews will be on the bottom, and the lighter chia seeds and flax seeds are both in here. These are going to be on the top, okay? Now I'm going to be using the tamper. So this is designed to, when the stuff starts coming up the side of the blender wall, you want to push it back down so that it gets mixed in, because otherwise the machine is going to stall and it's not going to be able to grind. And you're going to hear that it's going to do that. I just want to warn you ahead of time. It's going to sound like the machine is not working, but it is. So all I need to do is take the top lid off. I'm going to take this. Now you'll see this round piece here. This is to prevent this from falling into the machine and hitting the blades, because this thing would be destroyed if it hit that blade. So, and I'm just going to stick it in and push the nuts and stuff down back into the machine. No more than 30 seconds. Put the lid back on and it's going to finish. And you will hear it, believe me. Okay, so I'm going to turn that on. I'm going to take off the lid. And the machine is telling me that it has no lid. It's a very smart machine. So the first thing I'm going to add is a tablespoon of oil. Now this is, depending on what kind of nuts you buy, you either do or do not have to roast them, because roasting them brings out all of the oil in the nuts. So I buy roasted nuts just to have to save me the step of putting them in the oven and roasting them. Some of these are salted, some of these are unsalted. I'm going to throw the salt in just because I think the only ones that are salted are the cashews. Everything else is unsalted. And so I'm going to throw that in there. So this is just vegetable oil. We're going to get that in there first. In there. And let me get rid of this. I don't want to drip that all over the place. And then I'm going to add my salt and my cinnamon. So it's a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now it is a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, but because I've made this before, I want to add a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon because I want a little bit more of the cinnamon flavor in there. So I'm going to do 1/2. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is dump in the almonds. That is 1 cup of roasted unsalted almonds. I'm going to dump in the cashews, which is 2 cups of roasted salted cashews. And you can do the unsalted if you choose. Then I'm going to add in the pumpkin seeds. So this is a 1/2 cup. And then I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of flax seeds and 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. So my chia seeds are white, and then we have the flax seeds. Okay, so that is everything. All right, so now all I need to do is to set this to grind, because that is the method that we're going to use to make this. So this takes 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and I just want you to see how awesome this machine is. And I always panic when it stops, because I think my machine's going to break on me, but I know it's not going to, so I will be using this, and so you'll get to see this in action. So it's set for grind. I don't have to do anything else. I'm going to hit start. It is done. Now I moved it closer so hopefully you could see the action. Now you're going to see there is steam in here because this did heat up. These nuts were grinded. Let me get a spoon and I can show you how it came out. And I'm going to use okay. I'm going to use one of our glass containers to store it in because this does need to go in the refrigerator. You saw what's in it. There are absolutely no preservative whatsoever in here, so it has to stay refrigerated so it doesn't go bad really quickly. And the best thing about this is now I'm going to go do a wash, and because this washes itself, all this gooey delicious peanut butter or nut butter is going to come right out. So this is my nut butter. Oops. And it's going to get a little harder because right now it's really wet. So as it cools down, it's going to get a little harder. Sorry, I have to taste this. I'm not so good. So, sorry. I had to taste it. It's delicious. So I'm just going to put this in the container. And then once it cools off a little bit, I'm going to put it in the refrigerator, and that's where it will sit. And I'll eat it probably over the next couple of weeks. It'll last a couple of weeks in the refrigerator. And that is our Super Seed nut butter.